Welcome everybody. Let's take a look at the feeder cattle futures for November 19th, 2021. These are the January 2022 contracts. So just be aware of that we're talking about January contracts here. Overall this entire week's been pretty good. So let's see, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday from here. Overall been a pretty good week. But today, a little bit of a down day. Okay. Overall, if I'm just looking at the daily chart for feeder cattle, things look strong here, right? I mean, we still got upward momentum going on. The daily indicators, for the most part, are pointing up. Okay, getting a little bit of amplitude percent here. Okay, let's zoom out just a little bit so I can kind of get a comparison. Yeah, I don't see anything here just yet that's going to tell me, okay, watch out below, right? So as I said yesterday, and I still feel this way based on what I'm looking at here in the charts, still think we got a pretty decent chance of price increase. Okay. Also, just looking at volume here, and the daily. If you look at volume in this circle compared to, let's say, right in this time frame, this square, what a huge difference, right? There's almost no volume going on in here. But in this circle here, we got lots of volume going on. Okay, so obviously there's a lot more trading going on here than there was, just maybe like a month and a half ago, right? Okay, let's take a look at that monthly chart. Monthly chart, again, mixed signal. Mixed signal monthly chart. The monthly chart is kind of this mixed signal. Getting some divergence warnings going on here. The prices would decline. Okay, Big Daddy is pointing up. SMI is pointing up, but the MACD is pointing up, but the SMI, well, giving us some warnings here for potential pullback. But that could have been it right there on the monthly chart. But this one right here is little pause for concern. Okay, you can see in the monthly chart that the Big Daddy forecast, which is a predictive algorithm, it doesn't show warnings very often. There's got to be a whole lot going on for it to show warnings on the monthly chart. So just looking at the SMI here, anytime we've had warnings, do tend to get some price stalls and price pullbacks. So that's a huge one, obviously. Here, eventually it came in. Here is a small one. So just be aware of that there's a potential for some pullback on the monthly. Let's look at the weekly chart here. Weekly still looks pretty strong. Okay, still looks pretty strong for the feeder cattle. Okay, looks like the MACD is trying to come into agreement with these other two indicators. Okay, kind of a recent price low right here. So for right now, the weekly still looks pretty strong. We're not seeing the overall 50-day moving average flatten, right? If it starts to flatten, like down here, it kind of flattened out and then gave it up a little bit, then we would be talking about potential price decline. But right now, the 50-day moving average is still moving, or I should say 50-week moving average is still moving up. So that's a good sign for prices. Okay, let's take a look at the hourly chart. Okay. Now, kind of like the live cattle, we got some warnings in the live cattle futures as well. So be really aware here on the hourly chart only now, okay, that Sunday, Monday could see a pullback towards this 50, guys and gals, okay? Just be aware that especially right here on the feeder cattle, this 50-hour moving average is looking pretty flat, right? Almost flat. So that's right around 159, maybe a little bit higher, 159.30, 159.50. Just going to see what happens there. But on the hourly, prices want to gravitate back down towards the 50. So I would expect Sunday, Monday, short term to see prices, maybe even two sessions could go into Tuesday, but just be aware that I think we're going to see prices gravitate back towards that 159, 160 area, okay, for the short term. So it looks like, let's take one last look at the daily. I want to look at the daily cycle. And I'm talking about this cycle right here. Okay, see if I can get this to expand out a little bit, give us a little bit more length on the candlesticks. the cycles on the feeder cattle, you can see them right here how it came down right into this cycle low here. Prices came down to that cycle low. Prices came down to that cycle low. Though here it was early. The last down was early. Here was pretty much on time within a day or two. This was definitely early, so take your pick. Was it here? Was it here? Okay, it looks like this was early. So we'll keep an eye on this cycle to see how accurate it's going to be as far as when the cycle low is going to be. Let me just see. That's December 16th, okay? Which is not surprising because December 16th is approximately when we're going to have quarterly options expirations. And that's a quarterly thing. That's usually can be a big event. And on some of the other futures products, okay, let me just finish up with this. Okay, I think, and you're going to want to watch the S&P 500 futures video, okay, because I think we're going to see a big price decline coming up going into December for the S&P 500. Okay, so it makes sense. A lot of times, guys and gals, futures products will trade kind of in similar trends, even though they seem completely unrelated. Okay, so just be aware on the daily chart that the feeder cattle futures is looking like it wants to decline, potentially coming into like the middle of December. Okay, for right now, it's still showing strength on the daily, but just be aware of that as we move past this midway point on this cycle, which when is that? That's about the very end of November, November 30th. Okay, from that point on. And it could go up more between now and this December, November 30th. It could start making its way down. We don't need to get too deep into the whole cycle analysis thing at the moment, but just be aware that as we approach the middle of December, more than likely we'll see either the price stalling, wherever it is, whether it's way up here or whether it's down here. We'll more than likely see the price stall in the middle of this cycle, and then I'm going to guess it's going to start moving down. How much? I don't know. I'm just because I'm drawing way down here, guys, doesn't mean the price is going to come down that far. I'm just generally speaking to expect prices to kind of gravitate towards, downward as we get into the middle of December. Okay, so look for somewhere like that, November 30th, for prices to stall, and then possibly for prices to decline. And we'll just see at that time and reevaluate, where are we at that point, okay? Take advantage of the premium membership, guys. Had a lot of people already subscribe, and for the premium membership, the join button's right below this video. $5.95. I had many traders and investors tell me one trade, basically, some of them made thousands, some of them made a couple $100, paid for the premium membership for years to come. Okay, the reason I keep it $5.95 is because it's a really, really good deal. Okay, it's a steal. Okay, you're getting a really good bargain. I don't do $200 or $300 nonsense like you see on YouTube for a lot of these people. I keep it $5.95 so it's affordable so that everybody can join. Okay, you also get to join the Discord server where there's a lot of traders starting to come in and already discuss. We're having some good conversations there, which is really awesome. Okay, so join while the price is affordable. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and click that little bell to be notified of all the videos that I put them out. Talk to you all real soon again next time.